good fantasy basketball season. Here's a few guards I would look to add this week. The first guy, Cam Reddish, the Atlanta Hawks. Cam Reddish, he's been solid so far in the early going of the season. 16.2 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.2 threes, 46% from the field. So Reddish, we know he's a good scorer. We know he was a good player in college basketball with Duke, playing with R.J. Barrett and Zion Williamson. And so far this season, he's come out of the gate playing well for this Hawk team, playing anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes a game. So the last few games for him, October 25th versus Detroit, 17 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals, 3 threes, 35% from the field. October 27th at the Pelicans, he had a down game, 5 points, a rebound, 2 assists, a steal, a 3, 20% from the field. October 28th at the Wizards, 20 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, a block, a 3, 57% from the field. And October 30th at Philly, 16 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 50% from the field. So right now he's scoring the basketball well as Reddish. He's hitting threes, he's playing good minutes, and right now he's still available in 48% of fantasy leagues. And I mentioned him last week as an ad, and I'll say it again this week as well. You definitely should go out there and get him. The next guard, Josh Jackson of the Detroit Pistons. So Josh Jackson last year showed some good flashes with the Pistons and had decent fantasy value. And so far in the season for Jackson, 9.8 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 threes a game, and 48% from the field. So right here, he's playing good basketball, he's scoring, and he's playing anywhere from 20 to 30 minute per game range. October 25th at Atlanta, 18.6 boards, 4 assists, a 3, 58% from the field. October 28th at Philly, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a 3, 33% from the field. October 30th versus Orlando, 13.7 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3 threes, 62% from the field. And October 31st, yesterday at Brooklyn, 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 threes, 36% from the field. So Jackson, he's going out there, he's hitting his 3-point shot, he's giving Owen his rebounds and assists as well, and he's available still in 89% of fantasy leagues. The next guard, Josh Hart of the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Pelicans, they're banged up with injuries so far this season. We know Williamson's out for a while. Brandon Ingram, he missed the last ball game, and they just can't get anything going. So right here, Hart was out as well for 4 games, but the last 2 games since he returned, October 29th versus the Kings, 6 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 50% from the field. And October 30th versus the Knicks in the start for Ingram, 16 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, 2 threes, 75% from the field. So we know Hart could go out there and he could score the basketball, no doubt about it. He could hit some threes. He's a great rebounder as well at the guard position, and he'll get a few assists as well. So he can help in a lot of categories for fantasy owners. And it's good to see him back from injury and playing pretty decent so far in his return. The next guard I've looked at this week's Grayson Allen, the Milwaukee Bucks. Grayson Allen, he's been good with his new club this season here, and he's putting up numbers. He's hitting threes, and defenses, they're not really paying attention to him. You got to stop Giannis. You got to stop Middleton, obviously, and Holiday if he ever comes back and starts playing here. Those are the main 3 options. And guys like Grayson Allen and DiVincenzo, they're background guys. They're going to get open shots in the corner. And obviously, they're going to be single covered or not covered at all most of the games. So far in the season for Allen, 13 points a game, 4.2 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 3 threes a game, 40% from the field. But the last couple games for him, October 25th at the Pacers, 19 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block, 4 threes, 48% from the field. October 27th versus the Timberwolves, 13 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 3 threes, 45% from the field. October 30th versus the Spurs, 12 points, 5 boards, an assist, 4 threes, 36% from the field. And yesterday, October 31st versus the Jazz, 18.6 boards, 5 threes, 42%. So if you need 3-point shooting, obviously, Grayson Allen's a specialist, and he's a pretty decent rebounder as well with the guard position. So right now, he's available in tons of fantasy leagues, is Grayson Allen still at 61%, and I definitely would give him an ad this week in the 5th and final guard. I would look to add on the free agent pool this week. Eric Gordon of the Houston Rockets. So Eric Gordon, he was off to a slow start the first few games of the season. But this year, his averages are still pretty good: 13.8 points a game, 1.8 boards, 1.6 assists, 2.2 threes a game, and a great 51% from the field here for EG. So the last few games from October 26th at Dallas: 22 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3 threes, 63% from the field. October 28th versus the Jazz: 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a 3, 33% from the field. And yesterday at the Lakers, it wasn't a great game, obviously, for the Rockets, but he still played decent, was Eric Gordon. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 threes, and 37% from the field. So right here, Eric Gordon, he's playing a decent role still with this Rocket team. We know he can score the basketball. We know he can hit threes. And if you need that in your fantasy league, you definitely go out there and get him. And he's available in 79% of fantasy leagues. So that's a few guards I would add here for week 3 of the fantasy basketball season.